Hey guys, welcome back to Pokemon. Today we are going to be talking about White Flare, which I'm very excited to be talking to you guys about because I believe that this set has the possibility, has the chance to be one of the most loved sets from this entire era of Scarlet and Violet. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is White Flare. White Flare and Black Bolt came out July 18th. Okay, so this is a little bit under 2 months ago. We are approaching that 2 month point. At the 2 month point of Destined Rivals, okay, right before that 2 month point of Destined Rivals, the booster boxes were sitting at about 250 bucks. Okay, I went to my little brother and I said, we need to buy as many of these as we could possibly buy. I think Destined Rivals is going to be the Evolving Skies of the Scarlet Violet era. And sure enough, we went and both picked up two of them. I actually think I ended up buying another one from him and opening it. But I have two of them sealed, and they jumped up to like $340, right? Market price, I'm not sure what market price is right now, but it's over 300 bucks, right? And it jumped up because I knew people with new sets, what happens is they come out and they just drop, and then they hit a support line, which is a phrase that I've heard from Pika Pika Papa. Shout out to a guy who makes great investor videos. If you want to see singles, go check out Pika Pika Papa. Does a phenomenal job over at his channel. But the support line where it sits there for a little bit, okay, and then before somebody realizes, oh, this set's actually an amazing set. Wow, it's actually very, very affordable. When I opened the set last time, I had a blast opening it. Maybe I should invest in that. And those are going to be the three things that I'm looking for today. When I'm looking for, not just today, but when I'm looking for great sets to invest in. Number one, are they affordable? Yeah, is Evolving Skies a good set to invest in? Sure, buddy. It's great, right? However, it's very expensive to invest in it. I just bought two 3-pack blisters for $380. 6 packs and two promos and some cardboard for $380. People don't have the money, and shoot, I don't have the money to be throwing $300 at 6 packs of Pokemon to invest in, right? We'd rather get in when these sets are much more affordable, and that's the first thing we want to look at. The second thing is going to be rewarding to open. When you open the set, did you have a good time? Did you have this bad taste in your mouth at the end of the set? Or did you finish the set and be like, wow, I got some really amazing stuff? Or, man, even though I didn't get anything that paid for the box, at least I got this sick artwork, right? And those sets are all throughout Scarlet and Violet because they all have beautiful, beautiful cards. And the last thing is going to be amazing artworks, which we kind of already talked about, but you want to have a large plethora of amazing artworks, right? Paldean Fates is a set that's doing really, really well right now, and it actually kind of lacks on the artwork side. If the illustration rare gallery for Paldean Fates was 15 cards, and not just the Palafin and the Wiglet, which are two of the cheapest illustration rares ever right now, because they're just pulled at a very, very high rate. They're not very popular Pokemon. The Palafin specifically isn't a very pretty card. The Wiglet's okay, but a lot of people just don't like those cards. You want to have a large gallery of beautiful cards to choose from, so that not only the set feels rewarding, but it's not the same when you open it. When you open up Paldean Fates, it's like, all right, if I don't pull one of the big three SIRs, we're going to get like 3 random baby shinies and, maybe a Palafin, right? And maybe a Paldean Student, which is a very frequently pulled card if you open Paldean Fates. And even though Paldean Fates is actually very fun to open because of those baby shinies, it just doesn't have the artwork even close to any of the other sets in Scarlet and Violet, right? So, and of course, it kind of makes up for that by having the best card from Scarlet and Violet, which is the Bubble Mew. One of the hottest cards right now in Scarlet and Violet, which is that beautiful, shiny Charizard from Paldean Fates, and the Gardevoir, which I actually just pulled it on my channel. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But that Gardevoir is absolutely beautiful. That blue in the forest Gardevoir has just exploded in value right now as well. So those three things, affordable, very rewarding to open for the opener, and amazing artworks. And you want to know what fills that right up? White Flare. This set right here is absolutely gorgeous. I want to stay on track to keep going for you guys. The artwork in this set is amazing. And I think that the illustration rare cards actually are better than the Black Bolt by a little bit. I think the Black Bolt SIRs are better because I like the Zekrom more than the Reshiram, at least right now. I've gone back and forth a bit. And I think the Zekrom is better than the Reshiram. Although I do like the Reshiram, the Zekrom, once I pulled it, I was like, okay, this one's much better. And it has some, I mean, beautiful cards. Obviously, they both have the red Victini, so they're tied on that front, which is a very expensive, very desired card. But a lot of the times, it's like what people are really looking at, if they're looking at if a set's going to be really amazing long term, is what does the set look like as a whole, and that's what we're going to be looking at right now. So, I mean, this Tepig, this Sawsbuck. I mean, where's the Deerling? Is the Deerling in here? Or is that in Black Bolt? Might be in Black Bolt. The Deerling is absolutely gorgeous. The Terrakion. These are some kind of darker ones. This Confagrius is pretty awesome. You want to look for color. That's kind of the thing that people really like, and that's just what I see as a vendor. Cards pop off with the colorful ones. Like this Lillipup is beautiful. Dewad is awesome. Here's the Deerling right there. It's a little bit further down. The Ducklet. I mean, the Sawaddle. Even this Scrafty is an amazing card. This Gothorita. I have this Lampet that I pulled, the Purloin. These are beautiful artworks, and we're starting to see a lot of the Master Balls getting there. This Scraggy, Pat Rat. I mean, look at that artwork on the Pat Rat. Come on. Come on. That is an amazing card. And right now, the reason that I think this set is such a good buy isn't because of these artworks, but it's specifically because of the price of the set. Okay, so this is the affordability part of it. That was the kind of going over the amazing artworks in the set, but this is the affordability of the set. So right now, the White Flare Elite Trainer box, this is the chart on it. It says currently they're at $65. That's the lowest listing with $15 shipping, which is a little bit overpriced. But let's look at the 1 month chart. So it came out July 20th. July 20th, they were at $122, guys. And all that happened, which happens in every set, I just explained it. They go down, 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 down until they hit a support line. And that support line seems to be about $77. They did get to a low of 75 a few days ago, and I was actually able to pick up 4 white ETBs on that day for $65 a piece, which is pretty cool. I think I actually paid a little bit more than that. Let's just say tax. But the White Flare ETBs are right now sitting at $79.58. Okay, so they're a very, very affordable set. They have beautiful artworks in the set. Are they rewarding to open? The answer is pretty much yes. The illustration rare pull rate is pretty good. I haven't experienced it as much as people say, but the Pokeballs are still pretty rewarding, and the Master Balls as well. Yeah, they're not illustration rares. Yeah, you're not going to get super excited, but it's much better than just getting a regular holo, is getting a Master Ball or getting a Pokeball, and sometimes you get some pretty cool ones. So that part of the set can feel much better, and then the amount of illustration rares in the set is insane. The fact that the SIRs, the big cards you can pull, are insane, gives it that insane pullability. Like something crazy can happen. And don't forget, there are God packs in Black Bolt and White Flare. God packs are something that caused Prismatic to go crazy. Is this chance that you can get a car, the worth of a car, in a Pokemon pack, in a new one that you just bought from the store, right, is absolutely crazy. So the possibility of God packs has kind of died down in hype, but there's nothing more hype than pulling a God pack. So eventually, when people start to realize, like, oh, this special set, it's the last of an era. Crown Zenith is doing very, very good, and that was the last of an era. This set is even cooler. They might not say that if they don't think that. And now it's very, very cheap. And I just think that right now, picking up White Flare is something that you cannot lose. You cannot lose if you want to go pick up some White Flare. Now, the last part of this video, because I do want to make this video fairly quick, is I want to compare this to other sets. Okay, let's compare it to other sets in the era and their prices, or in the previous era that just they look similar. So we have Black Bolt, which Black Bolt is basically sitting in the same boat as White Flare. It's just a little bit more expensive. So if you like the artworks from Black Bolt more, then I encourage you to invest in Black Bolt versus White Flare. Just do both if you can. I have both. White Flare is just the cheapest out of the two, and if we're being honest, it's definitely the best deal out of the two. Although I think that Seismitoad is just such an expensive artwork that it keeps Black Bolt more pricey, which is okay. It makes sense. There's another illustration rare in that set that just adds some more prestige to it. And some people might prefer Black Bolt over White Flare anyways. There might be more people who like Black Bear even with Black Bolt without the Seismitoad. But since it's kind of been there since the inception, since everyone's known about that card, since the set came out, I think that's really the crutch that's been holding it above White Flare, which is perfectly fine. Go buy some Black Bolt. Black Bolt, White Flare, they're the same in this scenario. I just want to talk about White Flare because it is the cheapest of the two. But yeah, so Black Bolt looks great. This is another phenomenal set to invest in. But the reason why I think that these sets are going to be amazing long-term investments is let's look at what else has been an amazing long-term investment. We have the Evolving Skies gallery right here. All the packs from Evolving Skies. Hold on, let me look for. Here we go. So Evolving Skies booster box right now, guys. And I know this is a special set, White Flare, so it does not have booster boxes. But the booster box right now is $2,500. Okay, that's a lot of money. That $75 listing has got to be like an empty box, probably, which is how much the set costs. Because an empty box of Evolving Skies, an empty booster box of Evolving Skies, costs the same as a White Flare ETB. Just gonna put that out there. Let's check it, make sure I'm not tripping. Korean. Is it just a singular pack of Korean? No, it's actually an openable thing. I apologize. Would have been a really good point, though. But Evolving Skies is crazy. Everything with Evolving Skies on it goes crazy, right? You have the Moonbryon, the original blowing up Moonbryon, because we have the original from Neo Discovery, I think. But this is the Moonbryon from Evolving Skies. It's blown up. It's over a $2,000 raw card. I cannot argue with the sick nature of this set. Is absolutely positively beautiful. And guess what? Its art gallery isn't near as deep as White Flare and Black Bolt. Look at this. Look, we start to get into, like, yeah, still got some nice cards. Like, that's a nice card, that's a nice card. I really like this Golurk, actually. And then, we get into cards that, like, are just people really... The only reason these cards are worth money is because they're associated with Evolving Skies. When Evolving Skies was out and cheap, these were worth nothing, because nobody really wanted Stormy Mountain unless they were playing with it, right? Nobody wanted this Norvern full art unless they were playing with it. If they pulled it, they're okay. Nobody wanted this Sylveon. The Sylveon, I have a ton of copies of the Sylveon, and nobody wanted it, right? And it's still at $359. Nobody still wants it, right? But this set being so expensive and only having the artworks that are really beautiful on this page and a few on the next page just kind of goes to show how deep White Flare and Black Bolt really are, and why they needed to split them into two sets. But the next one we're going to be looking at, which is another favorite from Scarlet and Violet, is Paldea Evolved. Now, Paldea Evolved is a very expensive booster box at the moment. I want to say it's like $450. I just picked one up, so I just paid $450 for a booster box with the acrylic in it, which was nice. And basically, the set is blowing up. It's almost as it's chasing Brilliant Stars, and Brilliant Stars came out a whole era before it. But the Scarlet and Violet era is blowing up right now, and that's why Paldea Evolved has blown up. Destined Rivals has gone up in value. All the sword and shield booster boxes are very expensive now. We just finally moved into a new generation, and now everybody's going to be looking at Scarlet and Violet, wondering what's going to blow up next. And let me tell you guys something. White Flare may not be the next thing to blow up. Okay? I'm not saying that in 1 month or by the end of the year, White Flare is going to be $100 box, $120 box. I think it could be. But right now, at $79, with how rewarding this set is, the amazing artworks in this set, the fact that the other sets that have amazing artworks are performing phenomenal right now in the market, it's the cheapest per illustration rare ever. And it probably will hold that for a very long time. Because with 75 illustration rares and $8 per pack, do the freaking math. Do the math. Evolving Skies has 20, 25, and they're $50 a pack, right? And I get it. The artworks are harder to pull in Evolving Skies. There's other factors that go into why Evolving Skies is such an amazing set, right? The Moonbryon is just, it's a beautiful card. And in person, it looks absolutely amazing. And I get it. And White Flare, is it going to be the next evolving size, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that this set has absolutely beautiful artworks. It's a very deep artwork set. It's the deepest with Black Bolt that we've ever gotten, and I really do think that long term, this set is going to be absolutely loved. Even though Gen 5 wasn't that popular, and at the price point right now, I just think it's a phenomenal buy. You want to find what's best per pack, like what you can buy per pack, price wise, which makes the most sense. And what I've been doing is I've been buying booster bundles. The booster bundles are really, really good because they do come with 6 packs. You get them for $47 a piece. Right now, you can find these in your vending machines if you have vending machines, Elite Trainer boxes, whatever it is. Those are what I'd go for. I'd go for collection boxes, maybe the Victini. The Victini boxes have been doing really, really well because I guess since I'm talking about White Flare, I can talk about this Victini promo. I have behind me like 15 boxes of these because I know we have the promos from Shrouded Fable, which had the Greninja and the Kingdra, and look at how those are doing right now. But these Victini boxes, because this Victini in this box is doing really well, I want to say it's around $15 right now. Here we go, $15.22. I think these are a good buy per pack because you can still get them. You can find them on Facebook Marketplace for $35. So at $35 with 4 packs in there, and you get 3 promos in there as well. The Jumbo isn't worth a ton just because it's hard to protect, to be honest. If they made big sleeves and big top loaders, they'd be much more popular, which they do. They're just not very readily available. But this Victini box would be a really, really, really good buy as well, as long as you can find it for cheap. Try to find those boxes. The people who scalp these products, who bought as many of these products that they can to flip them on the secondary market, can be your advantage because they almost like to out-scalp each other. And the other day I found somebody who gave me 6 of them for $35 a piece. I mean, yeah, it's not market, but no tax, right? I'm probably paying over $30 when I buy it at MSRP. I'm basically buying them at MSRP at that price. And it's when you're buying it at MSRP, which is its baseline price, it's probably a decent price to get in and buy something because that's the baseline price. The market understands that this is the market price starting point because that's what it was paid for. Versus singles, they really don't have that. And I've heard a lot of different YouTubers talk about that. Singles don't have a set price. Like this Victini up here, it's $450 because people want it, right? And people are paying that much for it. It's as simple as that. When people stop paying that much for it, it's going to start to go down. Or when people start paying that much more for it at a higher rate, it's going to start going up, right? But this doesn't have a market. This didn't come out MSRP for $40, right? That isn't a pack that you pull. The pack has an MSRP, but since we don't know like the exact pull rates, like what the likelihood that you can pull that, it cannot have a base price. And that's why I think sealed products are definitely a solid investment. I'm not going to say a better investment, but they're definitely a solid investment. And that's all I need. I just need solid investments. So check out White Flare. Go pick up some boxes, some booster bundles, rip some, pick up some of these cards that are really, really, really hard to pull because there's so many of them in the set. Save them, get them graded. And I'm telling you guys, in a few months, when White Flare hits that $100 price point, I don't know where White Flare was. I think it was on this one. Yeah, I'm sorry. Once White Flare hits this $100 price point, you're going to remember this video and you'll be like, I wonder what's going to happen next. It's going to jump to 120. And so go pick up a few of these. Pick up a Pokemon Center one of each set, Black and Bolt and White Flare if you can. It's probably a good idea. Those are very, very collected products, so they're going to go up in value. So if you want to make a little bit of money, this is the set that I'm looking at right now. It's just right under that radar, guys. Nobody's talking about it. And as soon as they do, it's going to pop up to 100 real quick. Everyone's going to want it again, and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this was $75 a box and nobody was buying it. Be that person that's buying it, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead, drop a like before you leave. Drop a sub if you like this type of content. I'm going to be doing a lot more investor type content in the coming months. I'm very excited to get back into this with you guys. And then we do have some more openings as well. So if you like openings, go ahead and click the video on the screen right now. I mean, if you like them, go check another one of them out. I've had some pretty awesome ones on the channel. I'm going to do a ton more. Very excited about that. And thank you guys so much for being a part of my day today and spending some time with me. It was great talking to you guys, sharing this information with you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.